I think you come to the Belgian to win it. Wabash always fight.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Don Morel Show, your chance to hear the thoughts and comments of the head football coach of the Little Giant program. And Coach, we get a chance to chat after a good win last Saturday, a 55-19 victory at Wooster. It was a game that got off to a little bit of a strange start. The Scots took a 7-0 lead on the third play from scrimmage on a big touchdown run. And that was, I joked with a couple of people, that was kind of a Blazing Saddles, oh, don't shoot Mongo, you'll only make him mad moment. I mean, your football team just reacted to that, I'm guessing as you would want them to. The defense just stiffened. The offense came out and really executed. And it was just a good performance by your football team overall.
I think it was. And we got better as the day got on. Went along, hit plays when we needed to hit plays, continued to develop the young quarterback, and you're seeing new faces in the contest too. You
put together 577 yards of total offense, one of the top 30 performances in Wabash offensive history. Xavier Tyler with a great day rushing. He had a career high 185 yards. That included a couple of runs of over 50 yards, a 55-yarder that got him to about the 1-inch line, and then a 53-yarder as well. Javon Gary with a good game at running back. Cole Dickerson scored his first career touchdown. And then you mentioned Brand Campbell, a good day passing. Brand had a touchdown run, threw a couple of touchdown passes, a good catch and run by TJ Alexander. Connor Thompson keeps finding acrobatic ways to get into the end zone with a good catch and dive into the end zone. Really, your offense just executed well, and probably most importantly, the unsung heroes. The offensive line was recognized by D3Football.com as the offensive line team of the week. So a great job by those guys up front, not only the starters in Cannon Kelly, Jax Bauer, Cameron Ford, Quinn Scholler, and I know I'm leaving some, Enrique Ruiz, but then the backups who came in as well.
All did a good job. And we're bolstered by a strong tight end group, too.
Yeah, Connor Garrity, Carson Chad continues to play well in that group as well. Defensively, Gavin Rupert leads the way again, but you're getting just good play throughout and a good group of about 15 to 16, 17 players with a good rotation with Coach Gilbert's crew.
Yeah, absolutely. It was great to get Stephen Thomas back on the field. Will Olive, Brody Fry, you've heard these names for years, but they are playing well.
You got a chance because of the way the game developed to get a lot of different players in. In fact, everyone who traveled and was healthy got into the game and was able to make a contribution. How important is that for you as a coaching staff to be able to get some game film on those players in an actual game situation? And how important is it for the players to be able to see what they're doing against a different opponent and not what they're doing on the game field here during practice?
I think it's probably double what a practice is worth. To be on the field with an opponent you don't know, with officials, every snap any young guy takes really helps him in his career as you start to think about next season or the season after that.
With some of those second team players getting some significant playing time on Saturday against Wooster, and looking at Oberlin on tape, it looks like if things go the way on paper you think things might go, they'll have another opportunity this week. Is it important? Do they go into those practices thinking there's a good possibility I'm going to get some playing time, and does that help keep them motivated during practice?
Well, first, by having this discussion, I'm sure it will be 7-7 in the fourth quarter.
Never fails.
Never fails. But no, there are some games where if we can get ahead of people, that learning is so valuable. Again, just to take a signal from somebody, to get into the huddle, to get in and out of formations, to make your first tackle. There are so many little firsts in there you need to get over, and now you can kind of start to really play the game and learn the game.
So if you're a fan of high school football, I'm going to spoil the Greg Rakestraw trivia question coming this Friday night on his high school broadcast that's part of the Wabash sponsorship of high school football. Greg emailed me earlier this week. Your game this week at Oberlin is a Sunday game. It'll be the first time since 1960 the Little Giants had played on a Sunday. How has that changed things for you? Of course, you also are getting ready to go into fall break, so your schedule for practices changes on Thursday and Friday. You get to do things throughout the day with the team. You'll be on the practice field earlier. The guys don't have classes, won't necessarily be working on papers, although I'm sure they'll still have some studying that they'll want to get done. But how does playing on Sunday change things for the routine that this football team is in?
It's strange, no doubt about it. We are taping the show on Wednesday, but practice-wise, this is our Tuesday practice day. Tomorrow's Thursday. You feel like you're behind, but you got to remember you've got an extra day. Traveling on a Saturday to a game is going to be strange. Just throws everything off by a day.
Well, and we were talking before we started taping, then it throws things off for the following week as well, because normally, I'm in on a Sunday morning and I see the prep you and the rest of the coaching staff are already in getting ready for the next opponent, and a lot of that prep is already taking place. But your Sundays are usually devoted to breaking down how things went Saturday and preparing for the next opponent. And that won't happen this week until Monday, which means you're 4 days out from playing Hiram here at home. So how does that also affect the preparation for that game?
I think I see just a bunch of film study of Hiram on the bus ride back Sunday night. That's how we're going to have to catch up.
So the good news is you've got 6 hours of bus trip home on Saturday night to do that, or Sunday night to do that after the game. I know we'll have a couple of NFL games on in our van on the way home. And we do want to mention, some people have asked me the reason the game has been moved from Saturday to Sunday, the Jewish holiday. Yom Kippur takes place on Saturday. The conference allowed schools to make a decision whether they wanted to play on Saturday or Sunday. Oberlin did make the request to move the game to Sunday, so Wabash agreed, and that game is now being played this Sunday. Looking at Oberlin, obviously it's been a difficult year for them, a smaller roster. They have several players that either start on offense and are backups on defense, or start on defense and are also backups on offense. How does that affect preparing for what they will bring to you both offensively and defensively Saturday?
We just see, one, with the fall break, we have more time to lift weights. We can practice a little longer. We're going to use this opportunity to be the best Wabash football team we can be, regardless of who we're playing. And then it allows us Saturday to take a little more time to get to Oberlin, enjoy ourselves as a team, stop and have a little fun, and then get right back to business.
That game is a noon kickoff on Sunday. The links to both the live video broadcast and the live stats are available on the Wabash website at sports.wabash.edu. Go to the football page and the schedule, and you'll see the links there. If you're in the Cleveland area or planning on going to Oberlin for the game, no charge for tickets, so you won't have to worry about any ticket charge at the gate. No pass list for the parents, so just come and enjoy the football game and enjoy the tailgating before the game with the Wabash parents, as we got an opportunity to do last Saturday at Wooster. It was a great opportunity to meet some of the parents, including Cole Dickerson's parents. So it's always a great time when you're on the road with Wabash football. And then, of course, we'll finally get back home the following week for 3 consecutive home games starting next Saturday. But, Coach, I know business ahead of us on Saturday at Oberlin. Safe travels and best of luck this weekend.
Thank you very much.
You've been watching the Don Morel Show. It's your chance to hear the thoughts and comments of the head football coach of the Little Giant program. And before we sign off this week, one other important note that I got just before we started taping the show: Monon Bell tickets are sold out at this point. There are no more Wabash tickets available. There are no tickets hidden away. Tickets are gone. So if you did not purchase your Monon Bell tickets, your only option at this point will be to watch the broadcast with ISC. It'll be available on the Wabash website and on the ISC website, as well as the DePaul website, and there'll be information about that coming up closer to the game. And of course, my thanks to our crew. We don't mention them every week, so I'll take a moment to mention them. Ethan Cook on the camera here, freshman here at Wabash, working on the broadcast this year. And of course, Adam Phipps in the truck, who handles all of our production work. For Coach Morel, I'm Brent Harris. Thanks again for watching us, and we'll talk to you next week.
I think you come to the Belgian to win it. Wabash always fight.